60% of the people walking around this earth
using AI to create this amazing
prison meal is more nutritious than
God, or the ultimate consciousness in this universe, is actually playing hide and seek with itself, which is a metaphor that suggests that our individual minds are expressions to one universal consciousness. Listen to Dr. Jonathan Schooler explain his theory of consciousness by entertaining without endorsing this idea.
This book by Ellen Watson, in there he makes the argument that if a divinity exists, it would get bored. If it just knows what's happening, even after it had all its experiences, there'd be like, this is no fun. So it would have to forget that it was having the experience. It would have to forget and then remember potentially its experience. And yeah, that does seem like what a divinity would do. Or plausible that somehow we're all tapping into the same consciousness, but through our own eyes, playing essentially hide and seek with ourselves. And in the process, learning new things because we're actually gaining, further I'm saying, like, try to imagine a divinity who knows absolutely everything. There's nothing left to learn. Like, that would be terrible. So that experience led me to be just really interested in the possibility that consciousness might expand in ways that we don't currently recognize in the current very strongly material reductionist view, which says that all you are is a pack of neurons, just a pack of molecules, pack of atoms, and so on. It just invited me to think bigger.
Yo, I didn't need anything to think bigger. I already know, hey, you are needed in this timeline, and your soul, your consciousness, it matters. Whether we're unified or not, it don't matter, but you matter. Your emotions matter. Your feelings matter. Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, you're a goon. You matter. You already knew that. Got some more creepy, weird, strange for you page content. Are you ready to win the game? I'm so ready. Let's go.
Tedi Ganja crew, triple cheese. Hey. Woo. Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
Okay, so people on TikTok are talking about the Gen Z stare, which that's when I love social media. Is it's like, as soon as I saw the words Gen Z stare, I knew exactly what they're talking about, but I never heard anybody say that. And it's not all Gen Z. I've met many Gen Z that are lovely and have nice manners. Many in my neighborhood have great manners, but there's a lot of them where you talk to them or ask them a question and they're like we went and got ice cream the other night. It was probably like two 18 or 19-year-old girls behind the counter. We walked in, they did not say anything to us when we walked in. And I said, hey, how's it going? And they were like, and if the mouth isn't open, they do the like, are you talking? Like, what are you doing? Why are you staring? Just say hello back. What is that? Why do they, maybe some parents of Gen Z, what is with the Gen Z stare?
In fact, you know what's really interesting? Everybody that has a witch wound, everybody, men, women, doesn't make a difference. If you have a witch wound, they're affecting the same three chakras. But the same three chakras are affected every time we find somebody with a witch wound. And if you could think about what those chakras would be, the third eye, of course, to stop your intuition, the throat, so you don't speak your truth, and your heart, because that is your seat of power. They can affect the heart, then they can affect all the chakras. Whenever they find somebody that is a medium, whenever they find somebody that is a gifted healer, they cut off the crown and the third eye because they want to stop you from being able to channel all that energy and pulling in all that energy for your healing work. So I've been jokingly calling it like an iron yarmulke because we've been finding like it looks like one of those little Jewish hats, but that's exactly what it looks like. They put one right over your crown. And sometimes they'll even have one that looks like a helmet. So it not only covers the crown, but it'll come down over your third eye and block your third eye as well. So it's kind of like that helmet that Magneto made. They do that a lot because that'll cut you off completely. And so, especially with the people that are, trying to heal a witch wound, because we have been finding so many people with witch wounds. Like, it's guaranteed if I'm doing 10 clearings a day, 3 to 4 of them, maybe 3, even 5 of them have been witch wounds. And some of you are healing it to an extreme degree where it's like your 6th or 7th time you've been in this cycle trying to heal things.
Did you know that FaceTime and video calls aren't actually as new as you thought they were? Introducing the picture phone. It was introduced in 1964 and meant to call your family and conference calls. That was 61 years ago. However, it was a financial catastrophe. But due to its high cost and low demand, it was eventually discontinued. But people could only make calls in special booths in certain cities. And I've actually found one of these myself. Should I turn it on and give it a go? What do you think?
Yeah, 100% turn it on. That's the way it should be. Oh my god, they're trying to hide all the ancient tech and be like, hey, look, we got this new FaceTime thing. It wasn't. Did I say ancient tech? Regardless, to some Gen Z, it may be. They can't even figure out a rotary phone, don't you know? I don't know about the stare, but I definitely have seen many do that look before, and I just go NPC and I continue my way. And when it came to the witch wound, I am not a person that has blocked chakras, but I do know there are healers, like Reiki healers, that can help. Hey, if you find yourself with a wound, a witch wound, hey, understand that there are paths that may not be sign up for a course and learn the ways. So just find a Reiki healer. You may be okay.
If you're a fitness influencer in your 20s, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I was also super fit at 21 while drinking every night and eating ramen noodles every day. My workout was like stumbling to class slightly drunk, running from cops, and dancing at clubs till 5 a.m. So don't impress me. Come back if you're still fit in your 40s.
This man says 60% of the people walking around this earth are not actually human.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm spiritually inclined, I have a soul, I'm as real as they come, bro. I live in the city. I see thousands of people walk by me every day, and I can tell y'all right now, 60% of them is not all human. They is not all human, bro. I be like, yo, what's good, how you doing? They'll be like, and keep walking. Like, yo, what's good with you, bro? There's no way you what? You from the other side. You got a zipper on your back, bro. Turn around, bro. Let me see your fucking back, bro. A lot of these people is not human. They're not, bro. There's no way. Acting like that, people are weird. I'm telling you, it's like they've never been greeted by a fellow human being. Like, I'm telling you, bro, there's no way, cuz, like, I see enough people all day, every day. You got your normal people, that's what's good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It sounds awful like he's describing the movie They Live. It's an 80s movie directed by John Carpenter, the same guy who did Halloween. But if you love conspiracies, this is a great movie to watch. It sounds exactly like what he's saying as well. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
This man was beheaded and came back to life. You gotta watch this.
This creature was beheaded, and they threw his head on one side of the road, and they threw his body on the other side of the road. And it was kind of as a statement, don't come in our village. And it was done publicly. So a Muslim man who's not from that town was walking to that town, and he saw what happened. And he said, this is wrong, even for a Christian. And so he picked up the head, and he set it by the body, just as an act of
Good
sanctity of
Samaritan.
life.
Wow.
Good Samaritan. And when he did, the head reattached.
And then what happened?
And he came back to life. And the guy was so astonished, he shared salvation with him, gave his life to the Lord. Then the man walks back with this guy into the village. And they'd all seen what had happened when he was killed. He still had a scar all the way around his neck. And I've met 2 people that have met the man who was beheaded.
And he's still preaching?
He's still preaching, yes. And the village gave their lives to the Lord. This is not an old story. Here's the challenge. It's actually not hard to raise somebody from the dead. It's hard to fight through thousands of years of unbelief.
If you want to learn more about faith for miracles, make sure to follow.
Man, I feel like it's real hard. Haven't you heard of Frankenstein's monster? They've been trying and they keep messing it up. It's not coming back normal. It's coming back to want to eat your meat and hungry. Okay, cool. I mean, I guess there's some truth behind this, maybe. Yeah, once someone fact check this, is this true? Can this be done? Can you just remove body parts and put them back together and then boom? Is this a true miracle? These are all the right questions. Yeah, that very well could be an weird look that those people are giving you, or it could be an NPC. I'm telling you, it could be a Gen Z stare as well. There could be many things. They just don't want to be greeted. Hey, you're doing the right things. You say your hellos, you say your good things, but if they don't respond back, that doesn't mean they ain't real. I feel like they could just be Gen Z. Don't come after me. Don't come after me. I'm just saying. But like the same Gen Z are the people with those fast metabolisms. So you start to wonder. And that lady said, hey, don't talk to me unless you're still fit when you're 40. And I'm like, I'm kind of with her. It did all go downhill after the 20s. Sorry. Talking about things going downhill. Hey, what happened with the hype? You used to hype me out all the time, and now it's like you only hype when I tell you to. It's the Wednesday videos. Wednesday videos are the hype videos. Hype me out yet again. Go over to your Android or iOS device, find the YouTube app, find this video, and next to this share, next to the thanks, there's a hype button. You can press the hype button 3 times per week. If you saved any of them, I would love it if you use them for this video. I appreciate you. I love you. Let's keep it going.
I can't believe I'm sitting down to make this video, but I think that God's eye is now visible in the sky. I've been talking about this for like a year and I have to show you. So I watch a lot of Northern Lights cameras pretty much every single night. And yesterday morning, I started to notice that the firmament was looking really, really weird. It was looking like you could see the zenith that the light gets sent in from God through. And over the course of the morning, it got more and more dramatic. Also, make sure your brightness is all the way up so that you could see what I'm talking about. And then it got really dramatic and started looking like 7 concentric circles. There are 7 seals in Revelation. And when I was reading the verses that said the sky would be rolled back like a scroll, I think I was thinking that it would be like open like this and like it would break in the middle and like come apart, like to be split in half. But I never took into account what the side of a scroll looks like. It looks like 7 concentric circles. So I got on to check the cameras again this afternoon. The places where it's dark are experiencing northern lights like this. And all around the world, when it's daytime, look at what happens. That's Australia, California. So this isn't like some kind of reflection. Different part of Australia. Finland, you can see it and you can literally see the light coming out of the pupil. Zenith, eye, lights coming out. Hong Kong, a different part of Australia, Sweden. If anyone's ever seen any of my videos, I've been talking about this.
Disney is using AI to create this amazing free walking Olaf animatronic, but not in the way that you think. And the tech behind this small snowman is a huge deal for the future of Disney parks. This new animatronic is definitely worth melting for. He can walk on his own, talk to guests, and has a removable arm and nose. But the coolest part? Disney figured out how to make characters like Olaf walk on his own by using AI. And no, they didn't write "Do you want to build a snowman?" into ChatGPT. I'm talking about an AI technique called reinforcement learning. Here's how it works. Having a bipedal robot navigate unpredictable terrain is too complex to pre-program. So imagineering trained Olaf in a computer simulation, doing 10,000 hours of practice in just days. That's a lot of virtual warm hugs. And the craziest thing is that with reinforcement learning, animatronics actually teach themselves and improve over time, because they learn in a human-like way by making mistakes and adjusting. Fall down going left, try leaning right next time. The simulation gives these animatronics years of experience and learning before ever taking a step in the parks. And this tech makes it so that Disney can make these characters dramatically faster, melting the timeline down from years to just months. This reinforcement learning technique has been so successful that Disney is partnering with NVIDIA and Google DeepMind to build Newton, an open source simulation network that will unlock even more complex next generation characters. The Olaf animatronic debuts in the World of Frozen Lands in both Hong Kong and Paris early next year. But my question for you is, do you want to see Disney build a snowman for the US parks? Let me know.
The average prison meal is more nutritious than public school lunch. I seen a report that Taco Bell beef is only made of 35% beef. But what's the other 65%? Actually, it doesn't even matter because Taco Bell's still bomb. Drinking a glass of warm water after you immediately wake up is actually good for you. It increases blood flow and gives you glowing skin.
But underneath that beautiful glowing skin, I still had that cold.
50% of women and 80% of men don't wash their hands after using the restroom unless someone's watching them.
Did you wash your hands?
If you ever gotten red eyes after swimming in a public pool, it's not the chlorine making your eyes red. It's actually the chemicals in the pool that's mixed with urine.
Hey, don't pee in the water!
Swimming in public swimming pools for at least an hour, you've actually consumed small amounts of pee.
Oh my God!
Fresh pee is cleaner than the saliva in your mouth.
Do you know that the average person produces 10,000 gallons of saliva in their lifetime?
Wait, what? Fresh pee has... Okay, cool. Good to know. Hey, another reason to know all your facts, because you never know when you're going to need that pee and not your saliva, because it's fresh. What is happening right now? Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely did not know any of those facts, but at the same time, did you guys know about those Disney park things? I was like, dude, do they have this in the US? No, of course not. They want you to travel internationally to see the AI madness. Can't bring it to the US. That's crazy. And when it came to the God's Eye, if you will, that girl Kay was showing us, yeah, Yeah, it definitely does resemble circles. I saw that. Didn't have to turn my brightness up. I definitely saw those circles. So now what? Is it going to blink or something? What's going to happen now? The light's coming out? The northern lights are coming out of the eye? I don't know. What does this all mean?
What if a cataclysm wiped out our modern civilization? And we had archaeologists coming and digging up looking for, prehistory 10,000 years prior. Well, would they find any evidence that we were even here? And the answer is, well, it depends on the severity and the intensity and magnitude of these events. Now, if we start talking about the Younger Dryas, I think we can safely state that the Younger Dryas was a global catastrophe, and it involved multiple factors, all of which would have done their part very effectively to erase any kind of civilization that might have existed, at least anything that might have looked like ours. Let's put it this way, if the Younger Dryas events were to be repeated now, well, 10,000 years from now, archaeologists would have a hard time finding any evidence that we were ever even here.
Here is another example of that lightning bolt trend.
Being under 24/7 surveillance is always having a motherfucker with a paper license plate watching you pump gas in the middle of the night. Like, what's this bro doing just sitting here?
Wait, is that what that means when there's paper license plate cars near you? I was always wondering. I see them all the time, and I'm like, what's happening? Oh, so I'm just being watched? I've been gang stalked before. This ain't anything new. Welcome to Provo, Utah. Sorry, don't come after me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Hopefully this lady is safe and the gang stalking has stopped, unless they have silenced you. But hopefully putting this video out, they stopped. I don't know if that was true lightning summoning or not, but I definitely feel like she did some jutsu, and it's like a Naruto thing, and like you can summon things, she summoned that lightning. And as far as what Randall's saying, yeah, 100% we're just going to be a blip. No one's going to remember us. We may turn into fossil fuels if that's what they believe, but those archaeologists, they won't even know what we look like. They'll probably say that we're like reptilians or something. Sorry.
Have you guys seen where video games are already at with this stuff?
Dude, it's crazy.
It used to be Super Mario Brothers. Mario goes in the castle, and text appears. Thank you for saving me, but the prince is in another castle. That was the extent of NPC communication with you. It advanced to games now where you can choose to say something, and then a voice actor's scripted line will speak. That's a great idea. Let's get the mission underway. And you're like, cool. Now, with text to voice and predictive language models, video games have already started. You're wearing a headset, you walk up to the NPC, and you say something like, hey, idiot, ugly, I want to buy some soda. And the NPC goes, who are you calling an idiot? If you want to buy something, be polite. A generated predictive response. We are years away from people saying, I no longer want to live in reality. I'm going to go into this universe where I can tune out, and you're going to be sitting in your living room talking to fake people.
All right, this is the best demonstration I've seen of the fourth dimension, so just peek into it. Whoa. It's pretty sick, actually. Whoa, dude. Pretty crazy, eh? Your brain can't comprehend the dimensions. So that's the best fourth dimension demonstration I've seen before. Dude, wild.
All right, I need your help. This is the work of Yui Sakamoto, who died recently in his 40s. He was a Japanese artist living in Mexico. I need you to tell me what these artworks mean. He left them very open-ended for us to try to decode. So here is somebody who is dressed sort of like a priest with a scepter, but their head is a crystal ball filled with sort of an alien life form, and they have their hand over a mini elephant. Maybe it's a mammoth. He was born in Japan but lived in Mexico, so you see both cultures sort of weighing in on these. Here's an image of him in what looks sort of like a Hieronymus Bosch kind of landscape. They all sort of feel narrative. Oftentimes, lots of figures on the move, something is happening. So what's your take? Take any of these and tell me what you think it's about.
Yo, is this like the Salvador Dali of our times? Like, man, this art is definitely mind-blowing, especially that octopus priest thing. Like, what? I don't know how I can interpret them. I can't even interpret the clocks that Dali drew. How am I going to interpret the mammoths or the dinosaurs this guy or drawing? I don't know. But pretty cool. But RIP, sounds like he's passed. RIP. When it came to the 4D dimension, I still could not fathom, like, cool. It looked like a cool sculpture, but I feel like I will never truly understand 4D. It's just like one of those things where 2D thing won't understand 3D. 3D things won't understand 4D. You can depict it all you want, but my mind just can't perceive it. I don't know. It just don't make sense. And I just think the 4D is just supernatural of sorts. And hey, 100% we are talking to fake people. Hey, when those games came out, they basically validated what everyone's thinking. Is this the Matrix? Are we in the Matrix right now? Is the Matrix the game that was going to get invented that we're all going to play, like GTA 6 or something? I don't know, but the AI is coming to everything. AI is everywhere. And now the people that you play games with, you don't even know if they're really people or they're NPCs just programmed to fill your lobbies, and you don't know if you're actually beating real people or just beating bot. Spiraling.
I saw a good old Tesla hit and run in Vegas. Just wandering out on the street, and I was like, oh, there's some sick cars going by. I should grab a video. And like right as I look up, like kind of start taking my phone out, I see this Tesla hauling, and I'm like, split second thought was, dude, these guys are going to hit somebody. See them slam their brakes, ram into someone else, and then just peel out Tesla style. Just
they must have been distracted by their suck attachment.
Yeah, and then the other car like drives after him. I'm like, man, this shit doesn't happen in Cormorant.
No. So here go the finest petrified giant you ever see. And somewhere out there in Iraq or somewhere in the Middle East, there's mountain range where she can be found at. But I also, from the research I done seen, it got blew up or destroyed. They probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, I feel like they did do it on purpose, and we still have some glimpses of giants that remain, and as soon as we try to research, they silence it away. So be careful trying to find this giant mountain of sorts. Interesting. It does kind of resemble like a... Sorry, never mind. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with the Teslas, but shouldn't they report that? Even if it's a hit and run, isn't everything recorded? Like, what's going on, Tesla? Did you report it? Are the perpetrators found? I don't know. And talking about Tesla, like, what about the Tesla Optimus spots? Like, what if they do? What if they do and they're used in, like, military things? Yo, humans can say no. Is the robot gonna say no? The robot's just gonna do what it's programmed to do. Oh, God. Oh, God. Things getting too real. The Matrix is real. Don't you understand? Then once the robot armies come in, that's it. There's no more humans that can talk back and say no and do whatever they want. Now the robots do whatever they're programmed to, and then boom, we're gonna have to build a Sunny of our time and be the Spiraling, guess what? You made it to the end. I'm gonna be stuck here spiraling, figuring out how we can finally beat the systems. But hey, you don't worry about that. You let me worry about that. There should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.